Answer to this one should be, need my pen, there we go, 82. Answer on this one should be negative 21. Answer on this one is 486. Answer to this one should be a negative 291. Answer is 2. Pick a number from 1 to 5. Drop it off. Here we go. The winning number is 3. For the homework today, we're going to have 2 things to check. One is going to be the puzzles from the previous test, and then the after-test assignment from Friday. First, you're going to bring up the puzzles from the test before last if I have not checked them. No papers to pass back today because I still have some people that have to finish the test from Friday. They're going to do that 6th period, so I'll give them all out tomorrow. If you don't come in 6th period today to finish a test that you have to finish and you're here, then you have to start all over again on a different version tomorrow. Today's objective: to perform matrix calculations on the TI-83 Plus. And the specific learning targets are: I can find the inverse of a matrix, I can use the list to matrix function, I can use the dim function, I can use the matrix to list function, and I can use the random matrix function. Example number 1. Simply enter that into matrix A, starting now. Okay, so you should have matrix A that looks like this. Moving to the next thing. So now what you want to do is clear the screen out by hitting second mode and then going back to your matrix functions and stay on the names side of it on the left and choose matrix A. A while to crunch. Okay, of course it's that button there that you're going to use, this one. So you want to hit the X to the -1 button to get the matrix A to the -1 power. That's the inverse, which is what we're doing first. And you should end up with a screen that looks like this, which looking at it is not much use because you only have the first column. You have some repeating decimals in there. So here's what you can do to see all of it at the same time. You're going to right arrow over to the right, and that'll show you the second column, but instead of having to do that, we want to see it all at once. Go back and clear out your screen and type in what you did before, which was A to the -1 power, but hit the store button. And then type in the matrix B and store the inverse of A into matrix B, and you can go back into the list later on and see it all in one shot. Okay, so we're back to the screen we were on before, and you're going to go back and choose matrix B and just look at it through the edit. And there it is. You can see all of it all together. You could probably see a 3-column matrix all the way down to maybe 6 rows or so. So if you need to see them all at once, store it into another matrix so you can go back and look at it. So example number 2. Do the same thing, except now what we need is row 2, column 2 of the inverse of matrix A. Find the inverse of matrix A, and the answer is row 2, column 2 is what we're looking at. Answer should be 0.5. On your practice, write down on a small piece of paper row 1, column 2 of the inverse of matrix A. On the practice problem, the answer to this one should be a -1.5. Solution to the bonus should be 0.3 repeating, or 1/3, or if you put 0.3, that would be fine too. Practice problem number 2. Find row 2, column 3 of the inverse of matrix A, which is a 3 by 3. Well, on the practice problem here, you can have, I'll take a variation of anything because I didn't tell you what to round to, but the real answer is negative 1.462, but if you put negative 1.5, that's fine too. A bonus problem, find the inverse of matrix A. The answer should be 0.5. On example 3, we're going to go from a couple of lists and put them into a matrix with a command. Sometimes you're using lists and you might need to put them in a matrix so you don't have to type them over again. This is how you do it. So enter into L1 4321 and then in L2 8988. I'll give you a few seconds to do that now. So you have those two lists in L1 and L2. Here's what you do next. You're going to go to the second x to the negative 1 button, which would give you the matrix. And once you're in the matrix menu, you go to the middle where it says Math, right arrow to the middle. And then what you need is not on that screen, so you have to down arrow. You're going to go to List Matrix, which is number 9. You can speed dial that by hitting 9 in the future. So there it is on the screen, list to matrix function with a left-hand parenthesis. And you're going to type in L1, comma, L2, comma, and then the name of matrix A. Okay, once you hit enter on that, you're going to have the word done that comes up. And to see the result of your work, you're going to have to go back to the matrix menu. And in the matrix menu, choose matrix A and hit enter. And you'll come back with the matrix there. It entered both of those lists into a matrix A, and each list is a separate column. So you have two columns because you had two lists. Alright, so in example number 4, you would do the same thing, and once you go through all those steps, you should have a matrix on your screen just like I had in the last screen that looks like this. It should be 9, 6, 3, 2, 1 in the first column, and then 5, 4, 3, 6, 2 in the second column. And this is what I did. I put them in L3 and L4. And then I chose the list to matrix function. And then you type in L3, comma, L4, comma, and matrix C according to the directions. And it's going to say done. And then you go back and type in matrix C, the name of it, and hit enter, and you'll come back with that matrix on the screen. Practice problem number 3. 9, 11, 2, 4 goes into L1, and then in L2 you have 3, 6, 7, and 5. Now this practice problem is not a drop-off, it is a walk-by. And you're going to bring your calculator up here, show me your screen, I'll pay you if you have the right setup. The solution for this is you should have the matrix B above this on your calculator, which is 9, 11, 2, 4, 3, 6, 7, 5. Answer to this bonus is 17. Practice number 4, same thing as before. You're going to put this into matrix D. Matrix D as in dog. You should have matrix D named above this matrix, and it comes out to be 9, 11, 2, 7, negative 1, 4, 3, negative 6. In example 5, we're going to go in reverse. We want to go from a matrix to a list, actually several of them. And we want to enter them into L1, L2, and L3. So type in this matrix into A. It's a 3 by 3. I'll pause it for about 15 seconds. So this is what your matrix should look like in the calculator. In matrix A, it's a 3 by 3. And you want to go to the Math menu of the Matrix menu. And notice we don't have anything in there that we need, so you can speed dial it after you learn the number in the future, but down arrow, and you'll want to find the matrix to the list command. And this is what you type in. You choose matrix A first, and then comma, L1, comma, L2, comma, and then L3. There's no need to put a right-hand parenthesis on this because it's a programming shortcut that I'll explain when we get to programming. Hit enter, and it will say done. But now we have to figure out if that actually made it into the list, so go to the list menu. So you hit stat and then edit, and there they are, 1, 2, and 3. It took them from the matrix and put them into the lists. On example 7, you'll need to type in 302013 and 540 for matrix A. I'll pause it for about 10 seconds. So there's your matrix, and then what you're going to do is this. Okay, so now go to the Math menu, and the dim function is there. It's number 3, so you can speed dial it in the future. And you come up with the dim function, and here's what you have to type in next. Just choose matrix A, and then hit enter. Now, what is it that it's giving me back? Yeah, the dimension of the matrix. It's a 3 by 3. Of course, you can look at it and get the answer, but in programming, you may have some matrices that you don't know the size of. So you don't want to stop the program and have the user go into the code and look at the size of the matrix. It'll actually tell you what it is if you use this function later on. Use the random matrix function to create a matrix of random numbers that is 4 by 4. And here's how you do that. What you do is go to the Math menu of the Matrix menu, and it's number 6, so you can speed dial that in the future. And there's your random matrix function. And if you want a 4 by 4 matrix that's filled in with random numbers, then just type 4, comma 4. And then hit enter, and there they are. No homework for tonight, but we're going to add more to this tomorrow.